Virgo, I hope you're all doing amazing. My name is Sarah and this is my channel, Serendipity Astrology. I'm doing a general tarot card reading for July 2021. I know we're already into July. I've had a lot going on personally with buying a house, having to leave the house I've been renting, and I'm going to be doing August tarot card reading following this, so I can get ahead of that, because between the end of July and August, I'm going to be kind of between homes. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult for me to do readings at that time. I'll be back as soon as I can. So let's get into your reading, shall we? Okay. Oh, wow. Two of Pentacles. That just popped out. Okay. All right. Ooh, we have the Hierophant. And the Two of Cups. Wow, Two of Pentacles, Two of Cups. You have the Lovers, the Moon, and the Seven of Wands. You have the Ten of Cups. You have the Emperor. And you have the Two of Wands. Wow, you have the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, and the Two of Wands. Wow. Okay. All right, I'm going to be pulling... okay, so this row represents the past, this row represents the present, and this row represents the possible future. I'm going to be pulling 3 cards from the universe, one for each row, from the Spirit Animal Oracle deck. Do one more shuffle. That one popped out. The Armadillo Spirit, set healthy boundaries. Okay. All right. We have the Canary Spirit, sing your own song. And we have the Brown Bear Spirit, take time out. Okay. All right. So in this first row, it represents the past. You have the Two of Pentacles, you have the Hierophant, and you have the Two of Cups. Okay, so the Two of Pentacles here, what this is saying to me is that you had an old way of, dealing with your financial life. Like, it felt like kind of a balancing act. Like you were balancing 2 large portions of your life a lot by yourself. And, you're a Virgo, so Virgos can take on a lot. And I've seen that. My sister's a Virgo, so I totally recognize that. She can hold a lot and juggle many things at once. But you see how he's kind of looking at one pentacle more? I really feel like you want to be able to focus more on one area of your life. I think that's your career, to be honest, because I think for a long time your focus had to be on everyone else and everything else, and you kind of want to start directing that focus on yourself and what you're doing. For some of you, What I'm hearing is that you're juggling like a new way of dealing with relationships and being in relationships and the old way you dealt with relationships and being in them. Okay? And I really feel like you're leaning towards one more than the other. But you're trying to get to a place where like everything doesn't feel so choppy, because it still feels kind of choppy. I also have the Hierophant in this row. For some of you, I feel like this is someone in your life that you're possibly in a relationship with that wants to take on more of a significant role in your life. For others, what I'm feeling is that you kind of want to step up and be the leader in your life. There's one more. You know what? I'm also hearing that this represents someone that, maybe someone that you share children with, that you want them to step up more as a co-parent in your life. That they're not really stepping up to that position, and it's making things a lot harder for you, and that you have to juggle so much. I also see the Two of Cups here. So this is equal give and take. And I really feel like this is what you're looking for in life. There to be a balance struck out. You have two cards that to me speak of balance. And that's really what you're seeking. And that you have been seeking for a long time. Universe's advice for this row, you have the Armadillo spirit. So set healthy boundaries. I think it is time for you to stand up for yourself and let others know that, you know, you shouldn't be taking the brunt of everything, and that there's a certain amount of balance that you want there to be, because that's what there should be, especially if there's children involved. This is your life too. You just want to be the star. You want to have the starring role in your life instead of being the backup dancer anymore, you know? All right, so in this middle row that represents the present, you have the Lovers, you have the Moon, and you have the Seven of Wands. For some of you, I think that you're making a decision about, I think it's just a decision on a new path you're taking towards having like more emotional fulfillment in your life. And I think that comes from you choosing to stand up for yourself and rise up against others that are kind of oppressing you, and that probably have been for a long time. You also have the Seven of Wands here. Yeah, so this is kind of defensive energy, like you're having to defend yourself. But the fact that you're willing to stand up for yourself means that, you know, there is self-love there, and you do care about yourself. So you can attract in circumstances that line up with this path. Like, it may be a little scary, and you may not know all the details, I feel like, but I think standing up for yourself is never a mistake, okay? Especially when it comes to your life and you wanting balance and fairness. This, the universe's advice for the present, you have the Canary Spirit, sing your own song. Yeah, you know what? It is important for you to really speak up about what's important to you and try and enforce those things, okay? Others of you, this Lovers to me speaks of a relationship that you're in right now, that you're kind of choosing which way you want to go. Like, it's kind of a make it or break it point, because you feel like you're kind of in a gray area. You might be a little hesitant to go further with something that you're already in, just because you maybe are a little jilted from your last experience with love, you know, so you're going kind of slowly. Again, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, you can take your time. All right, so let's move on to the possible future row. You have the Ten of Cups, you have the Emperor, and you have the Two of Wands. So the Ten of Cups, this is you making it through a time of difficulty, okay? If you look at the progression here from the Two of Pentacles, you know, you juggling so much to the Lovers where, like, there's someone there with you that wants to do these things with you. And then you move up to the Ten of Cups where you've made it through the difficulty and the transition, and you're reaping the rewards and having the happy home, happy life, happy family. But that doesn't mean there's not going to be hiccups, like, beyond getting to this, but it just means that you've made it past a certain point where you should be really proud of yourself for, like, standing up for yourself, wanting that balance, and, like, taking the steps towards getting towards that balance. You also have the Emperor here, okay? So if we look at the progression of the Hierophant to the Emperor, if this is you sitting in a place where you're, like, taking the reins of your life, standing up and being the leader, okay, then you might have to go through a certain period of time where it's a little uncertain, maybe because you haven't been in that role before. So you're kind of getting used to it, and you're navigating your way through that path, and then you get to the Emperor, okay? So you're here in a place of power and authority, and where you're willing to take action towards the things you want and the outcome that you want to see. Okay, so that's a very powerful progression, but it's going through a period of, like, kind of fog or, like, cloudiness. That's what it feels like to me with the moon being here. You also have the Two of Wands. So to me, this says you have the ability to make your world what you want at this time. Okay, and I think you're doing that. You know, you were looking for that emotional balance. You know, so you set out to find that, and you had to really defend yourself against others who might not have wanted to see that independence and that, like, connection to someone else. But you start off with a 2, you go to a 7, you go back to a 2, you're at the Two of Wands, where, you know, this is you being able to take action and set out on a journey, like the journey that you're making towards your life being what you want it to be, which maybe you really didn't think it would ever get to that point because you felt like you were probably stuck for a really long time. The universe advice for the possible future, you have the brown bear spirit. Take time out. Yeah, it's like you're getting to a place where you've ironed out a lot of the things that were really holding you back in life, okay? And I really feel like you giving yourself a certain amount of time to rest and really, like, be grateful for what you have accomplished and kind of give yourself that little, like, break. It's summer, well, up here in the northern hemisphere it is, at least. It's like, yeah, it's time to take some time out for yourself and, you know, get some clarity on where you want to go next, because I really feel like you've made it through a hurdle that you didn't think you would, and now you're like, what's next? What am I going for? So you might have to take time out, and answers come to us in times of stillness. Okay, so maybe it's a good time to meditate, or like a good time just to take a walk in nature, like give yourself a bath or something. A lot of insights can come to us around water. You we are 75% water, so, 75 to 80% water, so, like, water being, like, surrounding us at times can actually, like, bring in new ideas and, like, new visions for where you want to go in the future, okay? All right, Virgo, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing July, and I will see you again soon. Bye.